to learn first. Francis the Firefly, I read it to my own children as well, and it also sends a message out at the end of the day not to play with matches. I read to my children because I feel that it's important that they get to know all the different sounds, words, and it's good for their English also, and it gets them into the reading of books as they're growing up in life.
The wheels on the engine go round and round.
I think it's very important that more parents should get involved in reading with the children.
Well, I've never read as much to my grandchildren, so this session gives me a chance to read with her. Coming here has changed the fact that I can see what libraries have to offer. It's not just going to a library and borrow a book. It's a lot more involved now, where you can sit and read with the child.
I've enjoyed the interaction with some of the other dads. And, you know, she's been able to interact with other children. I've been able to watch that. They've not just left it at just reading the book. They've had other activities that are themed to go along with the story. What was that story we had? The Gruffalo's Child. The Gruffalo's Child. The kids enjoyed it, but I think the dads enjoyed it as well. But it was a sequel. So then after we'd had that story, the thing was to get to the library. It does encourage children to really appreciate, you know, what the books can do. It can lead on to other things. I think the idea was to try and get fathers who perhaps struggle with reading or feel that it's in some way not manly, to try and say, you know, you're not being a sissy or a wimp because you read with your children. You know, it's something that fathers can do and they should do. But if somebody asked me, I would recommend it as being a good resource and one that does need to be used.
We've had an inquiry from one of the dads about a particular course, so more information is going to be passed on to him.
Parents have come in through to the library and then we introduce them to what else is going on in the centre, and they've gone on to do computer courses, first aid courses, child development courses.
The dad's bringing the children into here, into this little library, and hearing different people read stories makes the whole family learning quite fun and accessible. Shows them how important it is if they want to learn along with their children.
I think in general the whole room and the atmosphere, I think we are quite welcoming and quite friendly. We do get quite a lot of people who come back out of these groups who will come and use us even after the group.
Each week we've asked for the children and the dads to give us their feedback, and we've now each week we've had that they've enjoyed the stories and they've enjoyed the songs and they've got involved and they've taken them home to read.
A really key part of this project has been introducing the book collections. These are collections that we've selected over the last few years. We've worked with libraries, with tutors and with learners themselves to find books that they find really engaging. So the list that we're using in this project, one is for both mothers and fathers to kind of use to share with their children, but also books that they might enjoy themselves. That collection is called Got Kids, Get Reading. The other collection is called 5 Minutes, and that's particularly for dads. And again, it's got lots of books that dads can share with the children, but books that they might enjoy themselves as well.
I've been at the centre now for about a year. I've been coming along, or just longer. I'm now doing volunteering, so I'm also here as a volunteer. I'm sat at home, nothing to do, bored, so I come along, and then other people said that I interact well with the kids, and it's progressed from there. Try and encourage more parents to get out with their children and help out with the activities. The kids benefit so much out of it, and I benefit more because I can interact with the kids better. They respond back to me better, so I do enjoy it. And it's like, since reading to the children here at the groups, I do a lot more reading at home with the children. I spend quality time with the children. They benefit from having their own time with me and with other children and fathers. I used to use the libraries before, but only for borrowing games, whereas now children come along with me. We go in I can pick my books and the children can go off and pick their own books. So we use Goldilocks, Three Bears, or the Three Little Piggies. And
a big bad wolf blow the house down.
Since coming here, I've signed up for NVQ in childcare and development. I just like to teach little ones.
I'm Carol Harrison and I work as a learning outreach worker with the Swindon Learning Ambassadors project, and we encourage adults to take up some sort of learning or training. We provide the encouragement, the support and the means to do it. The dads are, I feel, are taking more notice of the books, they're using the books and they're reading them with their children. The collection that we've got in here just spans such a great range. It's geared in this instance towards dads. It's got stories about parenting for dads as well, so that brings in the other side of things. There are seeds sown all the time, and it's what I do is often in a small way you get to know these groups and you see what they want, and as they get to know you they will talk to you about what they want. And I've actually had one dad speak to me today who I haven't met before, but one of the other dads said, "Oh, I know somebody who's interested in so and so, he wants to talk to you." So that's how it works for me. It's recommendation and getting to know the group. Emma comes into some of my groups that I run and we work together, and that's a benefit as well because we get people to join the library who aren't library members. I would recommend working with libraries every time. Yeah.
I work with Swindon Libraries. I'm their outreach and Sure Start officer. We've had in some groups 10 dads and about 5 or 6 children coming along. The dads don't always bring their children, sometimes they just come on their own. But it's good really because the collection of books that we've got children's books and we've got books for dads who are not very good readers or don't read at all. We've got the Warrington Stoke, which are for readers who are not very confident. And I know they have been using them because I've been talking to them. It's only really since we've had the collection that we've started to do activities with the books, and that's when they've started to really get involved. Like you saw Paul earlier actually doing the story time. He's only actually started doing that since we've actually had the books. He's got more confident. They can see they can do other activities. If they want to get into other learning, there's someone there to chat to. A lot of the dads who have joined the library do use the local library now, which is great. When they actually come into the group, you hear them talking about what they've been doing with their families, and that's sometimes where it starts for a lot of parents. So there's something for everybody. So you just got to find out what that person wants, and then you can direct them. I've enjoyed thinking up the activities, bringing them into the group, and actually seeing the parents and the children enjoying them. That's been fantastic. And actually hearing that the dads talk about the books, dads that haven't really read properly themselves before.
The Vital Link as a whole is a programme that's been going for the last few years, and it's all about making the link between libraries and learning providers. And what we're doing is promoting and building the capacity of libraries to support the Skills for Life agenda. And what's also good about the project is seeing how adults are then encouraged to go and join the library themselves and actually go back to visit the library on a regular basis. So the expertise of the different professions working together can be a powerful combination and can really work to the benefit of the adults and children.
Reading about his life or something. There's some other books over on that table as well.
No. What does it go ding ding, does it? It says merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Amber did like reading books, but she's definitely preferred it now since going to the library because she's got more choice of books.
Since these ladies have started coming here, I sort of like make time to read a book myself when she's in bed and I've done everything else.
Before they come here, she didn't, like I had my own iPad, but Amber didn't, and she's got one now. So, and I probably wouldn't have got that done without them coming here.
Yeah, I joined the library with that lady, and then I think it was 2 weeks before the holidays, they took us to the library and we went in there for the first time. And we're going to the library today as well.
It is nice that they actually do come to a centre like this though, because not a lot of parents get time to go to a library.
With parents where you haven't got a lot of money, you can't afford to always go out and buy books, where you can borrow them from a library and that.
It has increased the amount I read with my child, yeah. Because I've been coming here, I'm a vice chairperson of the committee for the after school club, and I'm on various other committees as well.
Parents feel perhaps that they don't have time to read for themselves. It has actually given them the opportunity to explore books, perhaps more than what they would in the library. A bit like our Skills for Life courses at the college. They are there, and sometimes people can't take them straight away, but they can take them in the future. I think raising that awareness has been really important. I think if we get several parents that are able to, fulfil the next part of their life by giving them this information, then I think that's really important. That's been important to me. Working in partnership has been very good. I think it's an ideal opportunity to continue to build relationships with centres, in this case the family centre, working with libraries, and also to bring in other providers that are actually in the centre.
I think the project has certainly had an impact on the families who have come to the sessions.
But we've probably had about 6 new members as part of the project.
They've sort of discovered a whole new range of books.
The library can offer a wide choice of books which they wouldn't be able to afford normally. And one of the mums that has come along to the sessions, who has got a lot of books at home, has said the child loves the new books from the library.
In terms of the parents themselves, they've discovered quick reads, and the Got Kids Get Reading collection, and some of them who weren't reading for themselves before have, been encouraged and inspired to pick up a book and read for themselves for, the first time in a long time.
One of the successes of the project has been having the family learning tutor working with us and working with the centre.
It's a great sort of starting point for going off, to other formal learning courses and, discussing, what they're learning with other adults.
As a direct result of the Vital Link project, one mother who has dyslexia wants to really help her child with their reading. She has been speaking to the family learning tutor, and she is going to help her with courses at the college.
The Children's Centre works extensively with Essex libraries, and they approached us with regard to the Vital Links project, and we recognise the importance of early learning and literacy for both children and adults. Parents are comfortable actually coming to the centre. They're used to being here. We introduce books to them, but it's also good for the libraries to be able to come here and also introduce the books in a really comfortable environment. We have had a parent that's taken part in the IT courses that we have here and gained the confidence and the skills to move on to employment.
What's proving very successful about the Vital Link programme now is that libraries are feeling much more confident about what they've got to offer adults who are improving their skills. And the really important message is out to Skills for Life practitioners, family learning tutors, that libraries have got so much to offer the adults that they're working with. And if they're organising courses and delivering the curriculum, please remember that libraries have got so many resources that they could be using on a regular basis, and that libraries offer a really friendly atmosphere for parents, for adults on their own to go and continue their learning.